Soup chips. Makes a great camping or backpacking meal because it's very lightweight and compact compared to normal soup. So all this is a bag of dehydrated potato soup, and this is powdered potato soup. And all you have to do when you're out here is rehydrate it. Or if you really want, you can just eat them like this. Not the best tasting though. You can keep a lot more food in your pack if you dehydrate it. Soup is especially bulky and heavy because of its high water content. So when the moisture is removed, it shrinks down and weighs a lot less. Then to rehydrate it, you'll just need some water and bring it to a boil. There's tons of water sources out in the woods, streams, rivers, lakes, which is where I get my water for drinking or cooking with. I'm boiling it anyway, so it'll be safe to consume. I'll turn the stove off after the water comes to a boil. Then you can add the soup chips or the soup powder. The powder tends to rehydrate a little quicker than the chips. Then I'll let it sit for about 20 minutes or so, stirring it around every now and then. It's ready to eat. Very good. Now I'll show you the process of making it. It's pretty simple and easy to do. Just takes some time. And you'll need a dehydrator. Or if you don't have one, you can use your oven on a low temperature. I'm just pouring the soup on this tray, spreading it out in a thin, even layer. Then I'll place it on a rack and then put it in the dehydrator. And if you don't have a solid tray like this, you can use parchment paper. Then just do the same thing, pouring an even layer of soup on top. The thinner the layer is, the quicker it'll dehydrate. This thing has 10 trays, but I'm only going to use 7 so I don't overcrowd it. I'll close it up, then I'll set the temperature at 135 Fahrenheit, then let it run for 12 hours. So after the 12 hours was up, the soup was nice and dry and crispy. Now you can leave them like this and package them, or what I like to do is put them in the blender and grind them up into a powder. They'll rehydrate a little quicker that way and compress down a little better in the bags. And that's it. So now I'm going to vacuum seal it. I'll be using my new Weston Pro 1400 vacuum sealer. And these rolls so I can cut the bags to whatever size I need them. So I'll just pour the powder in. Vacuum sealing will give it a longer shelf life. It'll also compress it down so it'll be even smaller. You just close the lid and press the button. This thing's very easy to use. It's a 720 watt vacuum sealer, has a fan cooled motor. You can use bags for this up to 11 inches wide. After the food's all sealed up, I'll store it in a cool, dry, dark place, or better yet, in the freezer, till I'm ready to take them out. Perfect. I also have a bowl of chili that I dehydrated. Winter's coming, so I have to prepare all kinds of good hearty meals for camping, and chili is one of them. You would rehydrate the chili just like you would the soup. Very easy. When you're ready to eat it, just add boiling water to it, then let it soak for about 15 to 20 minutes or so, stirring it occasionally. This thing creates a very strong, airtight seal, and that's what we want. Now I can fit a ton of food into my backpack. Another thing I like to vacuum seal is a spare set of clothing that I can keep in my pack for an emergency, especially a thick pair of socks, a hat, gloves for winter camping. They'll shrink down and stay nice and dry this way. Dehydrated mushrooms, and the meat from any wild game that I harvest, like this chunk of venison. I put them in the freezer after I vacuum seal, and they'll last a lot longer that way.